Hi everyone, and welcome back to this week's video. For those of you who are just joining us here, we are the amazing doll and teddy store here in the UK called Mary Shortles. You can check us out in this beautiful historical city or also on our amazing website at maryshortle.com. We're here offering so many fabulous items for you, of course, to play and also collect. Today I thought I'd love to talk to you about the Charlie Bears. We have just received the most amazing delivery of over 200 retired Charlie Bears, and I thought it'd be lovely to showcase some of these special and harder to find retired pieces and actually show you them a little bit closer detail, as sometimes the catalogue images never quite do the bears the full justice. Of course, it's not all about retired Charlie Bears here. We have the most unbelievable collection of all types of teddies, and we are probably one of the UK's and certainly York's premier teddy bear stockists of 46 years. So not all about the Charlies, also we've got the Herman, the Clemens, the unique artist bears, of course lots of beautiful Steiff bears, whether it be the yellow tag or the white tag collector's items, and we are working as fast as we can uploading them onto our website. But of course, York being such an amazingly busy city, it's sometimes quite hard to keep them on the shelves and also definitely to try and replace them when they find their beautiful forever homes. So this week we have popped out some really great unique characters and some blasts from the past, so I thought it was lovely to share them with you. I'm going to start with this beautiful one here. Now, for those of you who are into collecting the Charlie Bears, you are aware that the tags do change, and the ones with the circular older tags like this are often the quite older retired pieces. So this one is the beautiful Dora. Now, some of these retired ones I haven't even had in the past when they were released as current collections, as sometimes back then there wasn't actually as many Charlie Bears made as there are now. With the popularity and attracting so many more customers and stores worldwide, Charlie Bears now do produce a lot more bears, even though their production sometimes comes under fire, and since lockdown it has been a very slow moving deliveries into the stores to get them back to where they were pre-pandemic. But it's always worth waiting for that special teddy to arrive in your collection, and we're here to help you with that. And if you're not able to get the real desirable current one that you're on your wish list, then I'm sure that we can certainly find for you here a beautiful teddy that would love to come and live with you. So back to Dora. She is just an example of how beautiful Charlie Bears are and how they have developed over the last 15 years. This is a company that is so successful now that we've seen going from strength to strength, and to think back then trading with just a handful of bears at the trade shows, these teddies really in the teddy world then were fighting the major companies like Steiff, and also at that time quite a lot of desirable collectible teddy bear companies. But they fought through, and they've certainly made the most amazing name for themselves, and there are literally thousands of collectors worldwide who just love sourcing and finding these cuties. But this one is certainly a beauty, quite a large piece with the freestanding feet. So now with a lot of collectors running out of room, they're sometimes looking for ones that can freestand, that they can just pop in their floor space too. But what an absolute dream with this lovely long, very beautiful, luxurious plush. Actually, what's really lovely about this one is, can you see there how the plush actually folds and creates these lines, which really gives it quite a definite feature. But what a beautiful signature face for Charlie Bear. So that's just the first in one, oh my gosh, of the new deliveries. Obviously I can't stand here and show you all 200 bears that have just arrived, but I thought it'd be really nice just to share a few and maybe some of my actual favourites. So right back to the beginning, the very first collections were very traditional, very much the traditional teddy bear, often in the beige, the dark browns, and that was really the appeal for people that were going from collecting the Steiff teddies into this new idea of this soft, fluffy, floppy teddy bear that was to complement their existing collection. And then came these bursts of colour into the collection, which just melted everyone's heart. And this one I absolutely adore. This is Ice Lolly, a retired piece. 4,000 piece edition, so starting to introduce them to be limited production numbered pieces, and of course limited time production, with them sometimes being made for a yearly production too. But I love this one. This reminds me of the lollipops that we used to love as children, the ones with the multicolored, the raspberry, the orange, the lemon and the lime. They were always the favorite. But what an adorable face, and also thinking in detail about the way that they create these bears, and also using the multicolored stitching here to really enhance the colors and the feature of this teddy. I love the way that they've created, in a way, this fake image that is actually wearing some sort of jacket or clothing by adding these sweet crystal little beads in the multicolors to match and complement this overall teddy. So Ice Lolly is available with us here at maryshortle.com, and of course in store if you're wanting to come and have a cuddle of any of these teddies. But always a super popular teddy, and quite hard to find, being a limited production number and also a retired one now. Now another one that I also really love, and it's not one that I've had recently until now, is Toffee Apple. Again, a lovely limited piece with a little certificate here. Toffee Apple, again, 4,000 pieces. But what a great idea. I mean, the colours and the thought behind this being like a toffee apple, it's just brilliant, isn't it? The way they've mixed the fabrics, it works so, so well. And with the floppy head, a really cute medium-sized bear with these beautiful signature paws. If you've been watching my previous videos on Charlie bears, I always talk about the signature detail of Isabel Lee being one of the best artists working for that company. But how adorable are these pads? It just makes it such a signature piece. And even if teddies do come to us sometimes missing their labels, you can always spot a Charlie bear a mile away because of the shape of the head, those very soulful little expressions, and of course the signature pads too. So Toffee Apple and Ice Lolly have to be two of the all-time favourites that Charlie bears have ever produced. The one thing I really love about Charlie bears is the fact that they think about their collections and also what their collectors are really wanting to have in their homes. I also love the way that often they will produce one bear that becomes part of a series or even a twin. So here we have the really adorable Dilly, and then we have, in complementary colourways, Dally. Dilly and Dally, aren't they great? Now naturally these are always sold separately, but it is lovely if you're wanting to have the set in your collection. And sometimes with them being past editions you can find one, but then it'll be really a struggle to find the matching item in that series. And that's what I think is so much fun for the collectors, really collecting any type of item, not all about dolls and teddies, but really finding the other ones in the series to complete that special little twosome or complete collection. But aren't they adorable? Also available at maryshortle.com. But all our retired bears are in really great condition, and if some of the tags are slightly worn, then we'll just pop that in the description on the website as well. Check out all these amazing beauties at maryshortle.com. Looking at some of the all-time favourites with a little bit more traditional in style and colourway, this is the beautiful Howard. Now he has the lovely bell around the neck. We talk about the bell and the key that were often a real part of the complete Charlie bear overall design of these great teddies. But how beautiful is Howard? And I love the way that with a lot of the fabrics they have an undertone of one colour, and then it's like a flecked image. So there's two-tone bears, and then when it's taken away from the face you can see there the sweet little colour showing through. It's such a fabulous hobby to either start, or obviously like me, you just love collecting. It really is an addiction, and they just make you happy. They give you so much pleasure, and sometimes those sweet little cuddles make you feel so great too. So we were just looking at the beautiful Howard there and talking about how the teddies, they've really developed, they've created so many different styles, sizes, patterns, facial expressions, and it's really interesting listening to you, the collector, into what you love for your collection. Now, many of the lovely collectors lately that I've met are saying that they really like the traditional teddy again, and they're looking for some of the older pieces that are just a proper teddy and not all about the bright colours. Myself, I actually like a mix. I think a collection with a mix is really nice, and they complement each other, being from the same company and also the same style. But this one has really caught my eye, and this is another one that I haven't had previously. This is the beautiful Sasha, but look at those colours, how amazing. Now, what really stands out for me with this one is the print of the limbs. That really is a contrast to the longer hair of the main body and the face, but being pink, of course, I just think it works so well. And in the past, they've done many with the printed style fabric, and it does work really well in all the different colorways too, and just something very unique that other companies have not thought of in the past as well. But Sasha is a beautiful piece. She's coming in a little bit larger, and she's a nice retired one from 2015, and I just think she's an absolute stunner. But it's the thought in the design process that really makes these something very different and unique to other teddies on the market. Naturally, we love all the teddies we have here for all different reasons, but I just think even the way that this has been shaded around the nose, it just gives it more depth and character. And that's why they all look a little bit unique and quite different. Even if you were to have 6 Sashas in a line, there'd be only one that really speaks to you as the collector. But how fabulous is this beauty? So she is definitely one of the favourites. Now, going back to something a little bit more traditional, we have this sweet one here. This one has actually been signed by Charlie, called Adam, a really lovely floppy limbed teddy, and that's quite a traditional teddy in the style, and this sweet little school style scarf really just sets him off. But what a gorgeous colourway too. He's what I call like a mid brown with a very slightly paler fleck. So that one is Adam. Now, looking at Charlie Bears in depth, you can see there's a lot of panda style bears in the whole collection, but not all about them being black and white pandas or even red pandas, using different fabrics and different tails and popping them into that panda style pattern and creating another unique style and collection. So this one here, I'm just going to grab the first one that I can, and you can see there the way that the eye just looks like that panda, and also the mixed colour on the body. This is Romy, again an older piece from 2015, beautiful piece, lovely stitched paws there, really quite traditional in its colour, but just looking like that sweet panda. So they've even thought about highlighting the nose here just to give it that lift to the overall facial expression, because sometimes if the fabric are a little bit darker, sometimes the stitching detail can get a little bit lost, but this just stands out beautifully just by adding that little copper tone there to the nose stitching. There's so much thought and love and passion being put into creating these, and that's why the company is what it is today. So let's see who else we've got. Talking about animal print type fabrics, this is Sweet Crumpet. What an absolute cutie. Now this was a Heather Lyle design teddy, and Heather Lyle has also worked for the company for many years, but quite a different style. I always found them a little bit more serious and not as fluffy as the Isabel Lee bears. But if you're just wanting a sweet little one to pop on the edge of your shelf, then something like Crumpet would be just great. I think it's quite hard for a company to actually showcase printed fabric bears, because naturally the way the fabrics are cut, every bear will look very different. And that's what happened when we received our Kaleidoscope teddy. We preferred that people chose them in store to actually sending them out online, because the colorways were so different to the one that was actually shown on the company website. But it's really fun also coming in and choosing the ones that you want to add to your collection. Is there anybody else here in the background that we've just received that you think I should be sharing with you? There are so many, and they're all just adorable. This is a very sweet one too, along with this cutie. Now this is lovely, and this is Lauren, and that lovely longer hair, but again looking at the panda shape on the eyes and the style of the pattern, but with these fresh paler colours. Looks so good, doesn't it? How lovely is that? Now that pad's really interesting because it's like a half paw, and then the rest of it is created with the longer fabric. So that's quite a nice little unique shape and design there, adding bells and creating it a little bit different. But that's a beautiful one actually. And then something really different, quite patchwork style, is this sweet one, Tock. Very old edition piece, probably about 10 years old now, with the little bear, and that also works really well. So with the smoother fabric and the cleaner lines, that really works very well. How gorgeous is that one? You see what I mean about using that darker nose, so from a distance you can't really see the detail of the stitching, but when you look close, because they've added in that burgundy thread there to complement the arm and the ear colour and obviously the leg, that just really brings into life. What a cutie, look at those eyes, he's so soulful. Now there's a lot of talk about the way that they use the felt white at the back of the eye, and that really does create the character really, and a lot of soulfulness in the teddies, and I think that's why they melt our heart. But that is Tock, and he is also available. I don't know how long for, because these teddies get adopted so quickly, but he is super cute. Now looking at some again of the older panda style teddies. Now look at that beauty. Wow, what a beautiful colour. That is Ashton, and again an older piece, but this beautiful like sort of chocolate brown, and then this sort of copper flecked fur, but looks really different to some of the other plushes. Looks actually a little bit stiffer, but is still very soft to touch. So if you're wanting something a bit more traditional, then he certainly is a really sweet poppet. Now we'll be working very hard in the next few days to make sure that all these amazing Charlie bears are added onto our website, so you can feast your eyes on some really new exciting models. And if there's anybody that you're looking for your collection, we may even have it, because as I'm looking across behind the camera, we have so many more teddies peeking out. Let me just grab this one that's caught my eye. Absolutely adorable. Look at this beauty. Talking of patchwork, this is Mrs. Lovely, and certainly lovely by name and lovely by nature. What a beautiful teddy. So we really do have a fabulous range here that is never ending. So when these ones are adopted, don't worry, we have plenty more that will be coming into store that we have actually in our studio at the minute. So if you're looking for that super special teddy, then why not drop us a message or give us a call and show us what you're interested in, and we can always pop your name down and let you know when that one does become available. So from Hopkins and myself, this stunning retired limited edition large piece. I want to say massive thank you for watching our videos and all your lovely comments. We absolutely love reading those. It really makes our day and makes our job so exciting. But don't forget to tell all your friends to subscribe to our great channel, and you'll be completely up to date with what we are all about here and receiving and making in our Dolly nursery too. So you'll never be behind in being the first to maybe grab that really rare Charlie bear or something else that you desire for your collection. But in the meantime, thank you so much, and don't forget to come and visit us. We are open here Monday to Saturday, 10 AM to 5 PM.